Now then, welcome back to the Route 1 Football Podcast. My name's Olly.
I'm Jake.
I'm Ryan.
And we're back for the third episode of our podcast.
It's been that long already?
3. A hat-trick
Wow.
of podcasts, you might say. We've got plenty of stuff lined up for today, haven't we? What have you been doing? What have you been doing this week?
Working, mate.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
Ryan, have you done anything
Yeah,
this week?
flat out working.
Flat out work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been home this weekend, so I've not been working.
Have you seen your mates and that?
Yeah, just back with the boys back home.
And 12 Disciples?
Back in York, yeah.
Stuff.
Our football got called off though, so didn't manage to get to play any football.
So did ours, which meant I had a lie-in for a change on Saturday, which was absolute bliss.
Had a lot of rain across.
I don't play football.
A lot of rain across England, so a lot of football
yeah.
called off. We didn't get a report on any non-league football either for uni, so
Yeah.
pretty rubbish. So luckily, Premier League was on.
Well, to be fair, Tranmere didn't even play, did they?
No.
Right. A lot of the lower league football got called off as well, so yeah, pretty shit week for that. But Premier League still went ahead, didn't they?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
And plenty happened, so I feel like we should get on ASAP.
First though, my
Jake's
turn
quiz.
to hold the quiz, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, gonna be 3 rounds. First 2 are going to be a hot potato based quiz, and then the third round is going to consist of 3 questions, and it'll be a who am I, which similar to what Ryan did last week.
Alright.
So are we ready?
Alright, we'll get straight into it.
Yeah, straight into it.
Straight in, no bother.
Yeah.
Can we not have a warm up or something?
No, come on. We're all grown men here. Right. So the first one is the Premier League 100 Club.
Oh.
You've got to name players
I like that.
that have scored over 100 goals or more in the Premier League.
Do you have them wrote down?
I have all of them wrote down, so
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
tick them off
He's
as they
prepared.
said. I am well prepared for this.
Good man, Jamal.
I'm getting nervous.
If you repeat yourself, stutter, or can't think of anything, 3 points goes to the other player. So Ryan, I'm looking at you for stuttering.
Hey!
By the way, you will have to speak in a clear English accent. So, okay. When we're ready, boys.
Who's going first?
I'm going to give you the advantage, Ryan. First round is going to go to Ryan. Start whenever you're ready, mate.
Wayne Rooney.
Fernando Torres.
Teddy Sheringham.
Ooh, really, Ollie? Really, Ollie?
I'm just right.
He has.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Get in!
Oh, do you know what? Ryan's gonna get 3 points for that. I think we should start again though, just to get
How many goals has Fernando Torres
like
scored?
81.
Nah.
Is that
81.
not just for Liverpool, though?
Yeah, but I don't think he scored 100 in the Prem. He might have scored like 90. Trust me, he
Type
hasn't.
in Premier League stats. It'll say Premier League website.
I'll be shocked if he hasn't.
In the Premier League, he
But
did.
he was around for such a long time.
In the Premier League, he did not score 100 goals.
Right.
No, I'm wrong.
Just bear with us. We're gonna get the what do I go on?
Type in Premier League 100 club. He is not on it.
Over website. Go to the top one.
Can we not start typing these in because we'll ruin the quiz now?
It says at the top. Look, appearances. 85.
85.
Wow, you've had a shot.
Ryan can have the point, but can we start again?
Right, okay, so Ryan's got 3. Ollie's playing for a bit of pride again. So we've had Rooney.
So is this for points?
No, this one's for pride, mate.
Oh, right, okay.
This is to see if Ollie can actually regain any sort of pride.
Peter Crouch.
Teddy Sheringham.
Yep.
Jermaine Defoe.
Andy Cole.
Dwight York.
Mm-hmm.
Sergio Aguero.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Kane.
Yep.
Drogba.
Actually, wait, no. Yeah, Kane. Drogba. Yes.
Van Nistelrooy.
Yep.
Anelka.
Carney.
Wait, did you say Van Nistelrooy?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I thought you said Van Persie. Nope.
No.
No, Van Nistelrooy is
Oh
not
my
scored 100.
god.
We forgot about Jared and Lampard.
The
I feel
ones
like
you
I feel like we've missed a lot.
So the ones you missed, let me just catch back up.
Oh, 95 Van Nistelrooy. For God's
Right,
sake.
the ones you missed. I'm pretty sure you missed Alan Shearer.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Andy, you said Andy Cole, didn't you?
Yeah.
Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Thierry Henry.
Oh, for
God's sake.
Robbie Fowler. Michael Owen. Les Ferdinand, Robin Van Persie, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Robbie Keane, Dwight York, Steven Gerrard, Ian Wright, Romelu Lukaku, Dion Dublin, Emile Heskey, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Darren Bent, and Matt Le Tissier.
Alan Shearer. That's what.
How did you miss Alan
I know.
Shearer out of all of them? Wow.
So, I mean,
Ronaldo
my brain's not in it yet.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Ryan's 3-0 up at this point.
I love Premier League 100 Club on Sky Sports as
I
well.
clearly don't love it enough, mate.
Just sat there like
Okay.
a vegetable, nothing going in.
Now, so Ryan's 3-0 up, like we said. The second part is you're going to have another hot potato. A top scorer from every single season of the Premier League.
Oh, for God's sake.
So this is the player that scored the most goals in every season of the Premier League from 92 to current, well, last season.
Okay.
So they've won the
2018,
Golden
19.
Boot,
So they've won the Golden Boot, yeah.
Right, you can start first.
Obviously, there is a few players that shared it, so those are included as well.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to give Ollie the advantage here because he needs it. Go on.
Drogba.
Yep.
Aguero.
Yep.
Vardy.
Yeah.
Really?
No. Wait, no. Vardy didn't win it.
He didn't.
No.
Are you sure?
Check it.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Leicester won the league.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
pretty sure
Harry
Kane won it. Pretty sure that year Kane won it.
Did you not draw with him?
Nope. I'm
Alright,
pretty
Adam.
sure that was one of the years Kane. That might have been the first year Kane won it because they should have came second.
Well,
I had a few more up my sleeve.
who else did you have?
Wow.
Suarez, Salah,
Yeah.
Alan Shearer, Kevin Phillips,
For God's sake.
There's-
man.
Henri.
Yeah.
I'm just going to retire.
Right. So Ollie, you
Ronaldo
are
ever win it?
6-0 down. Yeah, Ronaldo won it. Ronaldo held the record, didn't he?
Yeah, him and Suarez. Yeah.
Now, bonus point. Hold on. Bonus point. I'm going to give this to Ollie. If you can get this, you get first guess at this. How many times has the Golden Boot Award been shared? So, how many times has it been shared by more than one person?
Oh, it's going to have to be a stab in the dark, the way I'm performing
Yeah.
today, but
Ryan, you do get a shot at this as well.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm going to go for 4.
Okay.
I'll think a bit more. I'll just go for 5.
Ollie's bang on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know, obviously, Ryan.
So, Ollie's got 2 bonus points there.
2?
Yeah, because that's a stab in the dark. I'll give him 2 for that, and he needs it as well. You're 6-2 up. Right,
I
okay.
just need one where I get a bit of thinking time. I don't like the pressure.
And now we're moving on to the final segment, which is a who am I? Now, the first player, this is your first clue, played with Benny McCarthy, Franco De Santo, Nicolas Anelka, and Christopher Samba. All for
Lot of
club.
players.
Right, can we just have that again, but slower?
So, Benny McCarthy, Franco De Santo, Nicolas Anelka, and Christopher Samba.
I feel like the Anelka one doesn't help because he's played for pretty much everyone.
I told you it's hard. Any out there shots?
I just don't know.
That is bad. Emile Heskey.
Nope. Got a guess, right?
Benjani.
Nope. Okay. Do you want another clue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should.
Next one is he's
That's for 2
played.
points.
What?
That's for 2
This is
points.
for 2 points. So he has played in Portugal, England, and then Turkey in that order. And he's a Portuguese international, or was a Portuguese international.
Here are the players again.
They are. Yeah. Ryan's got them written down there.
Oh, someone was just in my head, but they've gone. Oh. Can I have a guess?
Go on then.
Jose Basingo.
Hey!
Yes! See, when I get a bit of thinking time, I'm alright.
Right, the last clue for that
Where,
as
where
well.
did he play with McCarthy? That was the one I
He's
was
the only
Porto.
one I only
Porto.
Oh, at Porto.
Yeah.
Where did he play with Samba and
QPR.
DeSanto?
QPR was Samba.
De Santo, Chelsea.
Yeah.
and
Anelka Chelsea. Yeah, the last clue was he's won the Champions League with 2 different clubs.
Well, that still would have been hard, you know.
Yeah, hey, told you these are hard. So Ollie's got 2 points there, so that's 6-2. Next one, I have played with Pavel Pogrebniak, Manuel Almunia, Solomon Rondon, and Hulk.
Why did you do 4 players? This is just harder.
Can I have it again slow, please?
So Pogrebniak, Manuel Almunia, Solomon Rondon, and Hulk.
It's not Yuri Zirkov, is it?
Nope.
Is Pogrebniak Russian?
Yeah.
That's the
These have
reason I
not.
said
This
that.
is not for national team either. This is for club teams as well.
Zirkov wouldn't have played around. Zenit maybe.
Who you guessing, right? Floor's open to you.
No, I've got nothing.
Definitely someone that's played in the Premier League. Yeah.
Definitely someone's played in the Premier League.
Okay.
I've got nothing.
So next clue, he has last played in the Kazakhstani First Division.
Oh, brilliant. Good thing I'm a keen follower of
Hey.
Kazakhstani league. No, I'm gonna need
I
a
feel
clue.
like you will get this one
Really?
off the next clue. Okay. So during his time in the Premier League, he scored 23 goals in 105 games. 4 of which came in the same game.
Oh, boom.
Arshavin.
He's
Arshavin.
Oh!
Buzz in. Buzz in, mate.
Ooh, that's gonna have to go to VAR. That's
I
gonna go to VAR.
definitely boomed.
Do you know what? I'm giving it to Ollie 1 point because this means if Ollie gets it first go, it's a tie.
But we never said...
Comments in
to
the
be
comment
fair,
section below.
This week,
Do you know what we're gonna say?
this week though, there was never... Jake never pointed out that you needed a buzzword.
Oh, well.
I did not.
Technically, I got the answer first, so...
You said boom. Boom was not the answer.
Not hot way.
Okay. Now the last player. This is going to be worth 4 points if you get it. So this is whoever gets it wins it. Okay. He played with Luis Suarez, Julian Lescott, Patrick Bamford, and Minamino, who's the Salzburg midfielder. They gave us a bit of a dicking the other week. Really random, but
probably gonna need another clue, to be honest.
these are all worth 4 points, by the way. So
That's just such a random group of players to have a stab
Really,
in the
isn't
dark
it?
at.
I might as well have a stab in the dark.
I don't know where that Minamino was before Salzburg.
I'll give you a clue that he has only been at Salzburg, like over the past maybe 4 or 5 years. So, and he would have played with him at Salzburg.
Oh, well, that is a clue.
Yeah, that's the only reason I put him in there because I thought it was quite interesting. Any stabs in the dark?
No.
All right. So he scored on his debut at the club he graduated from as an academy player. And he would go on to be at the club for 5 years, making a total of 14 appearances. Like, other than loan, like obviously he was loaned a lot.
I feel like he's going to have been at Chelsea.
I'll give you another clue. He was at Liverpool.
Oh. That's who he graduated from?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan's got an advantage of this then.
Oh. Wait, no, wait, no. Can you say the second player again?
He scored on his debut for Liverpool,
On his debut for Liverpool.
which I didn't know this until I was looking at it. I had no clue.
It's not like Poulsen, is it?
Nope. Fuck off. He did not come from our academy.
Oh shit.
Ben Woodburn, nope. Okay.
Do you know what's throwing me off the Minamino thing?
Do you
That's
know
what I...
last clue. He's currently at his current club is Derby County, which it's his second stint at the club.
Andreas Weimann?
Nope.
I don't know why he would have been at Liverpool.
I thought you had it.
Andre Wisdom.
Yep.
Uh,
Ding ding ding. Ryan is the winner for this week.
Where did he play with Bamford?
He played with Bamford at Derby, on his first stint.
What about Lescott?
Lescott, he was at West Brom.
Yeah.
Suarez obviously at Liverpool, and then Minamino, he went on loan to
I had
Salzburg.
no idea.
I only got him because of a derby.
Fairs.
Yeah, fun fact, Andre Wisdom is my flatmate's cousin. Really random fact, but yeah.
So you're basically related.
Pretty much, yeah, you know. But yeah, Ryan wins for this week, so.
2 bad weeks for
In the
me.
lead now, boys. In the lead.
Hey, I was quite proud of them. They were really
Yeah, no,
fucking
they were
hard.
good.
Too
I'm
hard.
just fuming at my performance in the hot potato ones.
That is one of the
I
worst.
really don't like. I feel so
First
under
go,
pressure.
Fernando Torres. You had Alan Shearer to fucking pick from.
Oh well, I'll come back stronger.
Swings and roundabouts, mate.
Yeah, I've got to get used to playing in the big games. Anyway, should we get on and
so-
talk about some Premier League football?
Yeah, so, I mean, I think biggest story it's breaking at the minute, which is everywhere. It's probably Granit Xhaka, innit?
Yeah.
What a dickhead.
Well, do you know what I tweeted on the Route 1 Twitter page? Give it a follow at _Route_1 football.
Nice plug.
Sorry, there's no football at the end, just _Route_1. I felt a little bit sorry for him in the fact that he was booed, but I don't feel sorry the way he reacted.
You
Right.
are club captain. How are you going to turn around and do that to your own fans?
Yeah, like he's just not helped himself by doing that. But at the same time, I feel bad that he was getting booed because it's not like he's lazy or like he's just not good enough, is he?
Yeah, no, I agree with you there, but at the same time, if I'm getting paid stupid amounts of money like he's on, I can take being booed.
Yeah. But he can't help how much he's getting paid and that he's getting picked in the team, can he? That means at the end of the day, it means he's doing something right if he's getting picked in the team.
He'll
so-
surely get the captaincy took off him now.
Oh, he's got to.
But who would you have instead of him? Bellerin?
There's not a lot, is there really?
No.
That team's been devoid of leaders for how long now? Like,
Yeah, who would you actually have at captain?
it's a very good question. that one.
Bellerin is the only one I can think
Torreira,
of. off the top of my
maybe?
head. But to see Torreira crying whenever,
And he
Xhaka
doesn't
came
start.
off.
He doesn't start enough, does he?
He used to though, didn't he? Yeah.
I like Torreira, but is he captain?
Yeah.
Kieran Tierney used to captain Celtic.
Right,
Far
He's
too
not. He's
soon.
not been there long enough.
Yeah,
has he,
far
to
too
be
soon. Especially for a big club like Arsenal.
honest. Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it's very telling, innit? Yeah, they were 2-0 up at Palace, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, I just think they don't have a great fan base. I don't think Arsenal. Very sort of. I don't know if they're spoiled
Wishy-washy.
or-
Wishy-washy
just
is anything.
So, like, I know. Obviously, I'm a United fan, but the way even when things were going wrong with Mourinho, United would stand by him, and when things are like players like Lingard and Ashley Young, they're not playing great, but they'll never get booed. Why are you laughing at that?
All I've ever heard is United fans give off about Ashley Young.
Yeah, on Twitter, but they never boo him in the ground.
that's
You'll
all
never
right.
hear a bad word about him in the ground.
So essentially what you're saying is you're all keyboard warriors and you're just kind of like...
Yeah, but every club's got keyboard warriors. There's
Usually-
probably at the top if Firmino misses the track. There's probably a comment on there somewhere saying sell Firmino, something like that.
Maybe.
But you'd never hear it in the ground.
But is that better though? I actually think getting all that abuse online is just as bad. I think if you're getting abused in the stadium,
Yeah, but you don't have to go on Twitter. You have to be in the stadium if you're a player. You're gonna be there.
yeah, but it's
100%.
almost
You can if you don't want to see the abuse on Twitter, just don't go on Twitter.
very true.
You
But
can't. You're getting booed in the ground. There's nothing you can do about it.
yeah, but it's booing. Like at the end of the day, if these players, I feel like to be at that level of football, you have to have a lot of mental resilience and strength.
Yeah.
If your head's going, like if your head's flying off, being booed, that's like he shouldn't be playing at the level he's playing if that's the case.
No, I still agree that he shouldn't have reacted like that. Yeah. Anyway, we should talk about the game itself.
I mean, do you know what? For the first time I've seen VAR actually did a bit of good this week.
Yeah.
The fact they've rescinded that dive the ref gave for Zaha.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. Like,
I mean,
give VAR a lot of stick, but that genuinely that worked.
yeah, there was clear contact, wasn't there?
I'm questioning how bad the refereeing was for that though. Like he's fully tripped him. Like, I don't understand what he was
again,
saying.
there was a little bit of he sort of flicked his legs up as he went down, which maybe made him think that he sort of maybe dived because of the way he went down, like a bit theatrically. But there was definitely contact.
Palace are in 6th.
Wow.
They've done really,
Really?
well this season, Palace. I think they've gone a bit under the radar of how well they've done.
Who's scoring them goals though?
Especially Jordan Ayew has picked up a few.
Wow.
He's come back from being sort of a fringe player that very rarely even gets the games, being someone that's starting every week and scoring.
Look at they have Benteke and Ayew up front under 6th in the league. Fair play.
I mean, yeah, people like obviously Sheffield United nearly promoted, getting praised. West Ham were getting praised before they lost to Everton, and Crystal Palace are higher than them.
But I think we were talking about it in last week's podcast. Palace literally have a championship squad.
Yeah.
I
The
just
marquee signing
wonder.
for summer was James McCarthy.
I wonder how long Jordan Ayew's gonna last before his goals dry up though.
Oh,
And that's my fear for them because I don't think they have anyone else that can score. Well, at the minute, it's like Zaha's fell off a cliff this season. He's been shite.
How unreal would that be if Crystal Palace snuck into a Europa League spot?
I think it'd
Go
kill
on,
them as a
Palace.
football club though.
Does it say all like just show their squad?
Like you think of how bad Burnley did.
Well, just look at their team who they had.
Patrick Van Arnold loves a wee goal. They beat United away as well
Yeah.
earlier on in the season.
Like Cahill and Tompkins,
Such
two
a
very
championship squad.
aging centre backs.
Like I said though, I think you said about imagine they got into a Europa League spot. I genuinely don't think they'd stay in the Premier League if they like next season. They have not got the squad to play in the Europa League.
No. Well, even Wolves are showing that, aren't
Yeah.
they?
They've not got the squad. They barely. I mean, it's surprising that they're doing so well in the Premier League.
Where do you
alone.
think Palace will end up? Do you
I still
they
think
could-
bottom half.
Do you
No,
think
I think they might
could push for the top 10?
I reckon they might sneak a 9th or a 10th.
I still think bottom half. I think.
Still fairly early in the season, to be fair, but fair play to them.
I don't see Jordan Ayew keeping up this goal record. Benteke can't score goals. And then you look at unless Zaha comes back and kind of starts performing again, like it's.
He had 4 goals he scored in the league.
And then that Milivojevic is next up, and he only scores penalties.
Is
So
that right?
very
They've
good
only-
penalty
They've
taker
only
there,
scored
by the way.
9 goals.
oh, he is. Don't get me wrong.
That can't be right. 10 goals, 1 must be an own goal. So yeah, only scored 10 goals.
I don't think they score enough goals to be up there.
Just looking at the league table here, bit of appreciation for Sheffield United. They're the joint lowest goals conceded with Liverpool.
They're so good, honestly. Sheffield United.
That
are
is
nuts.
a cool start.
With Liverpool and Leicester. City have conceded more than them.
That's pretty crazy.
Whoa.
Actually, I mean, before we, you mentioned Leicester. Then can we get on to the game on Friday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, sorry, can we just say in the Arsenal game, do we think that the second Socrates goal should have been disallowed?
No.
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 You don't think it was a foul?
There's not enough in it.
No. If not clear and obvious, again,
No.
I think...
What is clear and obvious?
Yeah,
no, this
the,
wasn't
the
real.
VAR's gone from having the bar too high to the bar being way
Wait,
too
It
low.
was one of those goals whenever it got ruled out.
It was
you
just-
literally had no way. Like, what? Even if you were watching it as a Palace fan,
Yeah.
in the belt of that goal, you would not have been calling for a
No.
foul. Not at all.
I just feel bad because even though it's Arsenal and it is funny, I feel bad. Like Socrates gone off and celebrated big
Yeah.
celebrations. It just ruins it. Like it does ruin moments.
No,
like
it
that.
really does. Like, I mean, I think I said to you last week about the United game. Literally, I couldn't even celebrate that Lallana goal last week
Yeah,
until
it's
like
good, yeah.
a minute later when they'd done the VAR check. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Let's take the thrill out of it.
Do you know what? Right. Thinking about that though, imagine going back to 2012, 2013 was it? That Aguero goal.
Yeah.
Imagine not being able to celebrate that the way City fans actually did.
Yeah.
But even City last year, remember
Aye.
Sterling's goal against Spurs?
Exactly.
Imagine if it getting taken away.
Like that would
Oh
be
my God.
that would be the biggest high and low ever. Like
Yeah. I think it was Nuno that said it, the Wolves manager at the start of the season. He said it's going to get to the point where people are going to be scared to celebrate goals.
literally,
Yeah.
And
that's pathetic.
that is the best thing about football, celebrating the goal.
Literally.
So
But yeah, anyway, Leicester.
Yeah, talk about
Leicester
goals.
Sorry, Southampton 0, Leicester 9. Getting nine goals put past you in your own gaff.
Yeah. All credit to Leicester, but it's disgraceful from Southampton.
Like,
At home as well. Should not be happening.
honestly, do you know what my favourite thing about that whole game was? Jamie Vardy picks up his hat-trick with the last kick of the game and celebrates like it's like he's won the
Oh, I
game
love it.
in front of like maybe 1,000 Southampton fans. He's a shithouse and I love it.
yeah, I mean Leicester do look really good, don't they? I know Southampton were woeful.
I mean, they had the man sent off. That's another VAR decision, which I think it was the right decision.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty.
But
pretty nasty tackle.
There's no excuse. Like, I think once you get to 4 goals there, it's damage limitation. Like,
Yeah.
what? I'm not being funny. What do you, as Ralph Hasenhüttl, what do you say to those players?
I think he has to go.
I
liked Hasenhüttl, but losing 9-0 at home.
But I don't think
Not
that
on.
falls on him. I honestly don't think that falls on him. What say has he got on that pitch when his players are giving up with about, giving up to the point where they're shipping goals like that?
Such an awful.
He doesn't deserve that.
I know I was a fan of him, to be fair, but 9-0 at home was just mental.
It's terrible.
Well, I suppose he does play a sort of high pressing, high intensity sort of game. That probably is less than ideal when you're a man down. Like,
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't really got a plan B.
Yeah, but then lose the game, fair enough. You don't lose 9-0.
Yeah, no,
That's
I'd agree with
excuse for
Ryan.
losing 9-0.
Right, I'd agree with you. You can lose
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
There's ways to lose a game.
Oh, no, I'm not defending
Like-
losing 9-0.
Joint highest records. And United, over 9-0 was United at home to Ipswich.
Like, it's not like, the thing is, I'd be more that's the kind of score that you could look on with a bit of sympathy if it was someone like City playing a League 2 team. Because you'd be like, there's such a golfing class. It's like, yeah, okay, like we expect them to batter them. The two teams that are near enough around the same level. I mean, Leicester are obviously a better side, but they're not. It's not like Leicester are an absolute giant in the Premier League at the minute. They're a good side, and Southampton aren't absolutely shite. They're all right.
One thing
What
I
happened?
noticed in checking into predictions was you predicted 3-0 Leicester, and we kind of looked at it as a go like, oh,
I told.
bit bold. But
I told you. I mean, I didn't expect that, but I, honest to God, Leicester, they are probably my second team at the minute.
Yeah, they are really good.
They're
to
just
watch.
fun to watch.
Do well.
What
Not
a
too well. But
Yeah, great free kick from James Maddison as well. There were so many good goals in that game.
Like,
so many likeable players as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Jose Perez. Probably wouldn't have paid 30 million for him.
I mean,
whole first 11.
but who would you pay 30 million for now in this market?
Yeah, true.
Like, I look at it now, it's like, apparently Ben Chilwell's getting quoted as like a £50 million left back.
Yeah.
And when you first hear that, you're like, ooh, that's expensive. It's not expensive.
What's for weirdest?
If Wan-Bissaka's costing 50 million, Chilwell's probably about the same level, then it's like,
On a side note, what's the weirdest transfer rumour you've ever seen?
weirdest.
One that just made you go like, whoa.
Well, Jack Rodwell to Roma today.
Oh, yeah.
the
That
other
was
day.
that was
Thing
mad.
that's collapsed. isn't
Yeah.
it?
God. I mean, I don't know whether it's weird. It wasn't even a rumour, the one that happened. Something like, like when we bought Adrian randomly. Or like, just like out of the blue, things like that.
But if you do make it, one which always I remember, it was a few years ago when Middlesbrough were in the league. Ben Gibson to Man City for 35 million.
God, I do remember that. Yeah.
I was in school, I remember, and it just took me away.
Took you away.
I want to have 5 minutes to myself, like what has football became.
Who would you say that, right, if we're talking about transfers though, just briefly, who would you say is like a £50 million player then now?
I'd say Maddison.
Really?
I'd happily go if Liverpool spent 50
do you think
million
you're
on
getting him
Maddison.
for 50 million?
Probably wouldn't, but
I'd probably say he's about a 60, I reckon.
I honestly think in this market, you're looking at 70, 80. Do you think how much, like what
Not
50 million's getting for you now?
I don't think from a club like Leicester, I don't think if someone came to them and said 60 million for James Maddison, I think they'd accept it.
Look at how much they made you pay for Maguire though, and Maddison's a more talented, probably a more prized asset than him.
Yeah, true.
Especially if he has a season like he's having at the minute. Say the one player from Leicester I'd love to. I mean, I can't stress enough. Yuri Tielemans.
yeah.
Oh my word!
He's going to go to a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or something.
Why can, honest to God, imagine
He won't
him in that
anymore.
midfield with, it's what dreams are made of. I've not seen a midfielder in our midfield for probably since Alonso left that could pass the ball, just such like class.
Would he get in City's team at this moment?
Probably not. No.
Probably, but who would get in City's team?
Yeah.
There's
It's
not
like
many players in the world.
There's a very
that get in City
select
teams.
few, to be honest.
City are probably the only team he wouldn't get into right now.
Mm.
I mean, it's one of them. I don't know whether he'd even start for us.
I have.
Just because of the way we
Klopp
are.
would choose Henderson, wouldn't he?
I mean, yeah. You say that.
Yeah, you say that.
But, I mean,
we'll get on to our next game up a weekend.
nice little segue, that.
Yeah,
Don't think it was
good
intentional, but Jordan Henderson scoring. What's happening?
I love the celebration. That is a
Do you know
captain
what, though?
celebration.
What a finish. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, like, off his left peg. That's a finish and half, that.
It's alright.
Oh, here we go. No, I mean, like, let's be honest, though, he was terrible in that first half. I mean, he was at fault for their goal. And then he sometimes, I think, when he's having a bad game, he is terrible. But then, I mean, second half, he was brilliant, so, you know.
Man of the match for me, anyway, was Fabinho. What a performance.
I think he's the one player in our midfield that against City's team.
He was amazing. He's the best defensive midfielder I've ever seen at Liverpool. I think he's incredible.
I don't know whether I go that. I mean, it depends who you're including as a defensive midfielder.
Mascherano.
I'd say he's better than Mascherano, but
I'd have him over Mascherano.
Would you include Alonso as a defensive midfielder?
Not for the job I was thinking of.
Oh, okay. No, I was going to say
Alonso, I'd see him as a deep line playmaker.
He's genuinely. Oh, words can't stress how good he was. I miss him still.
I love Fabinho. Love him.
But he was class. I think
got rattled by Salzburg in Champions League.
He does have his off performance, but
I mean, since he actually settled in, you know, he took a few games. I think he was dreadful in that Arsenal game last year, but then since then he's come on so far.
I think he was our main signing last year.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about big performers though, was it yesterday? Yeah, no, Sunday. Trent Alexander-Arnold, what a
his delivery is just
honest to God, like, it's the way he strikes a ball. I mean,
yeah, I do.
I feel like even though you're a United fan, you've got to appreciate just how, like, it's a cultured right foot.
Yeah, I am
beautiful.
jealous of the way he strikes the ball. You can't.
Just them like tread to Robbo pings that are just like, it's like porn. It really is.
Yeah,
it's just satisfying as fuck.
He can do it on like the half volley as well.
Yeah,
and he just catches them.
I mean, that pass for Mane, it's like a number 10.
Yeah.
Mane's properly done him dirty there, though. But I mean, on the flip side, could we have a little talk about where's Dele Alli gone? I know it's not just a recent thing, but like,
I just didn't see him at all.
Where's he gone?
He's Tottenham's answer to Jesse Lingard.
But he's not, though, because he's shown he's got ability.
So Jesse Lingard.
Oh, but
Lingard's never scored 20 goals in a season.
Yeah, true.
Dele Alli at one stage looked like the next big thing.
Like, Dele Alli at one point was, you know, having comparisons to Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard.
Well, what do you think he needs? Do you think he needs to leave Spurs, or what is?
I think he needs. I think, to be honest, I think that whole Spurs team needs reinvigorating.
But who would go for Dele Alli? Where's he well suited to?
I think
what other top 6 side would go for him?
I mean, I think he'd fit in at us the way we play.
Oh, we have too many midfielders.
But I'm more thinking as like a replacement for Firmino.
He's a Liverpool fan as well.
Firmino?
Yeah.
He's playing where Firmino plays?
Yeah.
You
think of when he was most successful. I don't know whether he'd be as good as Firmino, but you think of where he was most successful.
I hope you're not planning to get rid of Firmino.
No, I'm saying as like someone to come in and like give him a bit of help. Because I know the other player that I was thinking of was that what's he fucking called? That Kai Havertz for Leverkusen.
Yeah.
But that kind of player in that mould, where it's like he's not quite a 9, but he's not quite a 10.
Do you know, I don't actually thinking about. That's not a completely ridiculous shout.
I'm just looking at when he was at his best. He was playing as a second striker for Tottenham, and he scored 18 goals. That's a good return, and I'm thinking
it's a really good return.
And he can play 1 or 2. You know, he's good with his feet. Technically, he's brilliant, and he scores goals. It's like.
And I suppose as when Firmino come in, he was sort of playing attacking midfielder.
Exactly.
So it's not a ridiculous shout.
And to be fair, what I did like about him when he first came through, he was nasty.
Yeah.
He had a proper it was like when Rooney was coming through.
He's
at Everton.
toned it down now, to be fair.
I think that's what's ruining him. It's like when Rooney toned it down for United. He wasn't the same player.
But then again, do you really want silly red cards and everything?
I mean, if the payoff is that when they are angry and they're being aggressive and they're scoring a few goals in a game and winning your games, it's like it's not a bad trade-off. You like seeing players with passion though. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't think you get him on the cheap though.
No.
I mean, what's his I mean, he can't have long left on that contract now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But
the game itself though, Tottenham went ahead through Harry Kane. Shock.
Yeah, first minute.
But you couldn't see him holding on to it.
I mean, yeah.
Going into half time for 1-0 down, you were kind of thought to yourself, this is a game Liverpool need to turn around for serious.
I mean, I'm going to ask you this, right? Obviously, as another Liverpool fan, did you ever think we were going to lose that game?
To be honest, no.
I was going to say I genuinely at no point during that game, even when they scored, I was like, I don't see the whole.
But then once it gets to half time, you do start to worry about
Mate,
it. And
even
I remember just thinking at half time, going like, right, we need to turn this around and all. And to be fair,
Do you know what? I honestly looked at it. I was like, we were creating so many chances.
Yeah.
It like that. I think there was a staying period of like 10-15 minutes where they didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, for keeper Gazaniga, he made like 11 saves, 12 saves.
It was around that time. I was like, nah, like it don't matter. I think we're gonna break them eventually. But it's title winning play. Like, it's title winning
those are
football.
the sort of games you got to win if you're going to win the league.
Well, United won
Just
as well.
relentless, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Not that we're
Finally won away.
not that we're going to win the title, but we did actually manage to get an away win and score.
Moved
got
the
more
ball
than one
Spurs
goal.
in the process.
I've not actually seen any of the highlights. How did you play?
We were all right. Like in spells, we looked good. I don't think Norwich weren't great. Like the second goal was it? Or was it
I really
the
like
first goal?
Martial's finish.
The Rashford goal.
That was a good goal.
Yeah, it was the second goal. The Rashford goal. Norwich's defending. There was such a big gap through the middle.
I mean,
But that's what I like from Rashford playing on the left. He's come inside the right full back. Loads of space because Norwich was defending was awful, but he's coming from the left, loads of space, brilliant first touch and slid it under Krull. And that's the sort of finish he can do when he's got a bit of space, not when he's playing as a striker and he's sort of getting 4 or 5 chances a game.
Yeah.
He's just not as good. But when he's got a bit of time, I don't know, he looks more clinical when he comes in off the left. I don't know why.
McTominay had a good finish as well.
Yeah. He had a really good game, McTominay, until right at the end when he gave the ball away. And for some reason, he just tracked back, which is not a lazy player by any means, but for some reason I don't know whether he was knackered or his tracking back just annoyed me a little bit.
Well, did he just not bother?
He did, but he didn't. When you've lost the ball, you expect
Didn't
someone to
break your
sprint
neck,
back.
yeah.
He could have caught the guy, was it Onel Hernandez, the Cuban guy for Norwich. Had some really weak tackles. James Garner came on and was all right.
It was a very poor goal.
You just missed 2 penalties, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rashford
wait.
missed one and then Martial missed one.
Are you still annoyed about Krull, not staying on his line?
Yeah, well, I don't... Because they said the VAR was checking it and he was quite clearly off his line, but then just nothing came of it. So I don't really understand. It was still a poor penalty from Rashford, and Solskjaer said afterwards, he said Rashford was just doing the honourable thing by missing it because it probably wasn't a penalty. Said it before, former York City centre-back Ben Godfrey, just saying, gave away a penalty on Danny James. I don't think it was a penalty, it was just one of them. James didn't really appeal for it either, no one really appealed for it. It was just sort of a coming together in the box as a long ball went over the top.
Yeah.
And it's one of them, if you let it go, no one would have even thought about it, but because of VAR, they come and had a look at it and then give us a penalty.
In a similar vein, can we talk, did we see the Michael Keane tackle? Well, the penalty that was awarded against Michael Keane for Everton.
Yeah.
Which had Evertonians in uproar, which was amazing.
Yeah. Well, are we moving on to the Everton game already? We've not got a little bit more to say about United. I've got a bit more to vent.
Okay.
First away win, we'll let him talk.
I was going to say,
I'm actually happy we've won a game, so I feel
it's not often you want to talk about United, though.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. It's the sort of game that maybe a few weeks ago we'd have scraped by 1-0. And I said it before.
Do you think it's an upturning fortunes?
No, I think it is. It's Martial being back. We look so much better with Martial in the team, having a striker in the team. Because the way then him and Rashford linked up, it was really good. Someone said, I think I've seen it on Twitter, someone said it was like Cole and York again. Obviously, a bit of an exaggeration, like a bit early to say, but you just think if them two can just spark up a partnership, that could be...
I can see the smile on your face.
Dangerous.
It's the first time I've seen this since you started doing this.
It's just a little bit exciting that there could be a little partnership brewing there. And I think having a striker in Martial back who can actually finish, which you saw from the third goal.
But Martial never stays fit.
He's just, it's not, he never has like a long-term injury. He just
He
always
seems
has,
to get niggles, doesn't he?
He gets going, he has a month, and then he misses a month. But so if he can stay fit, I said it in the other podcast, I think, if he can stay fit for the rest of this season and keep scoring like he has done, because I think he's scored in all but one of the games he's played in this season. He scored in both the games he's been back in. He scored against Partizan in midweek and then scored against Norwich, obviously. Would have been nice if he scored the penalty as well, but what can you do?
I really liked his finish.
Yeah, it was such a nice finish with the outside of his foot to dink it over Krull. And I think if he can stay fit, he could prove himself and be United's number 9 for that. the foreseeable future if he stays fit. But, like, this is his make or break season, really. I think.
Yeah. Well, there was a lot expected of him, wasn't there? You know, when he first came in, he was touted as this like golden boy.
Well, he was sort of the first big money teenager, really.
Yeah.
Like, sort of that someone really overpaid for. Like, his reputation wasn't worth.
Do you know what? I honestly think
what we paid for him.
I honestly think the whole. I mean, he's kind of been forgotten about.
Yeah.
Because remember when he first came, everyone was talking about how good he was. You know, oh, this teenager's going to take the Premier League by storm. He had a good first season, and I think it was around that time as well that you had, I think, Mbappe coming through and Ousmane Dembele coming through. I think because obviously those two have properly taken, like, you've gone to another. Well, I mean, maybe not. Dembele's probably stagnated a little bit, but obviously Mbappe's gone to another level. I think everyone's forgot about Martial.
Yeah, I think he's just been playing out on the left. It doesn't suit him as much.
He really doesn't.
I think if he carries on playing consistently down the middle, we could have a real player on our hands.
So you want Martial down the middle, Rashford out left.
Yeah.
Who's your ideal right winger, James?
I think James for now. I mean,
I'd
love Jadon Sancho to come in the summer. That would be a dream.
Yeah, but would you not rather just keep James and let him keep playing?
Oh,
I think he's a player.
Sancho is.
If you want to go to that next level.
But I think James is a player, you know.
Oh, I do think he is, but you've got to have strength in depth. So if we had our sort of first choice was Rashford, Martial, Sancho, to have Daniel James as a backup for left wing and right wing.
It's the same as Liverpool, because we love our front three at the moment. We were saying how good it would have been to get Nicolas Pepe in for somewhere as a.
It would have been, but I was thinking about this and think I was right. I've been working on an article regarding something similar. There's only so much. There's only so many players you can stockpile before squad harmony becomes a bit of an issue. Look at City, like this summer. All the stuff about Sane wanting to leave because he wasn't getting enough game time. Because Sane's good enough to start, but then you got Bernardo Silva and you got Mahrez, and then that's why Sancho left, because he couldn't get a game there. You can only have so many first team.
But I don't think we're anywhere near the level of City.
I don't think you're not.
If we had Sancho, we'd have 4 sort of quality players in Martial, Rashford, Sancho, and James. Like that. Like we've got after that Lingard.
Yeah.
Like there's not really
I really think United's going to go for Haaland.
Yeah.
He's such a United signing.
I know he is.
He's looked so good.
But then I just don't want him to disrupt the progress of Greenwood.
So would you not take him?
I mean, I look at it. He's only playing for Salzburg, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd happily take him. Happily.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe it's just his face. He's got a face that you just want to punch. I don't know why. But it could really happen because he works with Solskjaer at Mould.
That'd suit United down to a T, though. I mean, think of some of the players you've had.
Leicester or someone.
Like, do you remember Van Persie? He had a proper punchable face.
Nah, not as bad as Haaland.
Oh, I don't know. You know, Van Persie always looked like he. Oh,
no, I like Van Persie.
He's so smug.
Anyway, you just want to talk about Everton.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, I can't help but laugh at Everton. They are really funny.
Well, I said it the other week. They always just win one, and then lose one. Like, they'll win a good game. They beat West Ham 2-0. You think, this is it. Marco Silva's saved his job. He's going to push on. And they go away to Brighton and win 3-2.
I've seen a thing on Twitter with Everton fans. It's the hope that kills them.
Yeah, it really
is. At the start of every season, we're like, going to finish above Liverpool, going to get it to Europe. Yous aren't.
Just accept it. Yous aren't anywhere near. And it brings me such joy. I'm not going to lie to you. Well, the amount of Evertonians that I've seen on Twitter and Facebook, they just look downtrodden and beaten, and it kind of it makes me happy knowing how upset they are. I sound really sadistic there, but it's great.
I mean, did you see the free kick? We'll start with the first goal, Pascal Gross free kick.
That was horrendous keeping.
Yeah, it looked like when you first put it in, you think, wow, what a free kick. But then you look, it was right next to
Jordan Pickford.
Little arms Jordan Pickford.
Can we just I want to get your opinion here. What do you think of Jordan Pickford?
At the moment, he's
I think he is trash. I think he is trash.
I don't think he's rubbish. He has got a good save in him, but
I think he's good with his feet. But then it's he's.
Who would you have over him at England?
I mean, there's a few alright keepers. Nick Pope, maybe.
Well, do you know what's another
Tom
one?
Eaton.
We'll get onto this game later on, but Aaron Ramsdale in net for Bournemouth. I haven't seen a huge deal of him, but he's playing week in, week out for Bournemouth, and every time I see him, he's making a worldie save on Match of the Day.
I don't know. I look at Pickford
and
I think back to I think back to that Liverpool game last year. Like he has so many mistakes in him.
Yeah, so I mean, so why can't? How long does
Yeah.
someone like a Ramsdale have to play? How consistently has he got to play until he starts putting pressure on someone like
Yeah,
that?
he
Well, I mean,
deserves
Tom
a call
Heaton's
up.
starting to put pressure on him. Is it Tom Heaton or Nick Pope?
Yeah.
One of the two.
I'd rather have Nick Pope.
Yeah, I think Nick Pope should probably, on current performances, overtake him.
Yeah,
He's
or
number one.
Ramsdale definitely deserves a call up.
Is he only 21?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, it's the other one that the other one probably deserves. Is that Dean Henderson? That's
Yeah, that's another one, Dean Henderson. At
he's
Sheffield
English,
United.
isn't
He's made that one mistake against Hughes.
But I mean, besides that, he's been pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's been very good.
To be honest, but
So
I don't
that's
know.
another one.
I don't think I've ever rated Pickford though. Ever since he's been at Everton, I've thought he's all right, but
Just because he's at Everton.
not even that. Because I look at it, it's like all these
does
goalkeepers
have
that
a
get
mistake,
bought
yeah.
from like, I think Mignolet was the same. He looked really good at Sunderland because he had so many shots to save. It's like you're gonna see worldy highlights of him on Match of the Day, but it's the best keepers are the ones where they don't have a lot to do, but when they have to, like, they concentrate enough and they will make the save. That's why the likes of Alisson is so good, Ederson's so good, De Gea is pretty good because you have less to do normally. Like,
I don't know.
nah, you're pretty good defensively.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually defend very well.
Yeah, this season we have.
What about Brighton, though? We don't talk about Brighton much.
They look good again.
That Neil Maupay's balling a little bit.
I didn't want to. I said that I didn't think they'd go down, and I'm
I predicted them
sticking
to
by
go
that.
I can't
Neil
remember.
Maupay's a great player. They've got someone like that. Trossard's a good player.
Pascal Gross, obviously.
Pascal Gross.
They have a solid centre-back partnership, Dunk and Duffy.
Yeah, Dunk's,
Well, I think,
Dunk's just a solid Premier League
Dan
centre-back,
Burn
isn't he?
plays a lot though. The lad who they signed from Bristol, was it? He plays a lot now. Two massive centre backs. They're both over 6'5". That's so big. Adam Webster's the other one.
Just while we're on the topic of the game, though, do you think it was a penalty?
No.
Do you not?
No.
To be honest, I'm indifferent on it. Like, it's soft. There is contact there, but it's one of them. Like, he's not looking at the ball. Sorry, he's not looking at the
I don't think
man.
it
He's
was
looking
bad,
at the ball. Like, VAR, man. I'm lost for words.
I mean, it was just such a nothing thing. Like the ball was just bouncing away, and he's just accidentally just trod on his toe the tiniest bit, and it's frustrating because.
Here's another question for you. Should Calvert-Lewin get a call-up?
No,
No.
not a chance.
But English strikers quite a lack of them at the moment.
Is there?
Vardy's
Harry Kane?
Vardy's
Oh,
retired.
Vardy's retired. I'd still take Callum Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
Obviously Abraham,
Rashford.
Rashford.
Yeah, okay. He doesn't deserve
He
that.
gets nowhere near that team.
He just doesn't score enough goals.
Yeah.
He's
Who started for them? Because Rashford, Calvert-Lewin came off the bench.
would it have been Moise Kean?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or maybe
Yeah,
Richarlison
I
I
starting
don't
up front?
remember seeing him in that game. It must have just been.
Would
anonymous.
Richarlison have started up front?
Oh, that's who it was. Richarlison started up front. He's got.
What's wrong with Kane? Is he on the bench or injured or what? He's on
Just
the
doesn't
bench.
get in the, just not getting in the team. Well, he's in the squad. Just doesn't get on.
Filthy.
He's not been good enough.
Start as well. Yeah. I mean, obviously Luca Digne, best left back in the league.
Well, he couldn't have done much about the end goal. If,
No,
if he'd not touched it, Glenn
I know.
Murray was at the back.
I just love I love the fume. Like I love all the Everton propaganda. It's great.
Yeah, Duffy. I don't know if Duffy's injured, but he wasn't in the squad. They play sort of five at the back. Webster, Dunk, Burn. Or did they play five at the back? I'm not sure who that Alzate is.
I mean, probably the other big thing. Well, the other big game near the top was obviously City.
Yeah.
3-1, 3-0, 3-1,
3-0.
3-0. Yeah. I mean,
All second half goals. They held on till half time, but then Sterling scored about 46 minutes.
I honestly look at them now though. I mean, Fernandinho got a sending off, so that's another player that they've lost as a that can be used as a defender.
But Laporte will be coming back soon.
Yeah, he's back.
Is he going to be back for the Liverpool game?
I think it's close whether he's going to be back or not.
But then they've still got to play Otamendi, haven't they? Because Stones is injured.
I think Stones is back as well. Mine Guardiola had a go at him for not being ready to come on.
I think so. Fernandinho.
Yeah, Stones started.
Does Fernandinho miss our game, or is it?
No, I feel like there's enough one in between.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And I think is it only one game for 2 yellow cards?
Yeah.
So
That's annoying.
It'll be all right.
I'm scared.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who's at home? Liverpool or City?
I don't know. I honestly think though every
10th of November. Stick it in your diary, boys.
I just look at it though, like the last couple of games between us two have been so dead because both teams just cancel each other out.
Oh, that's the story coming out. We'll speak about at the end. Bulgaria Stadium ban.
Oh,
I'll come back to that.
good stuff.
In that Aston Villa game, Aston Villa were really good for the first half, held on, disrupted City.
They were really pressing him high as well.
Yeah, they defended really well, and then Tyrone Mings has been beaten in the air by Gabriel Jesus, which
That's not great.
and he didn't even jump.
Although, to be fair, he did make up for it with that clearance.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair,
That's one of the most ridiculous clearances. Like, how's he managed to get that over his own bar?
Yeah, off his knee.
Oh,
Phenomenal clearance.
Do you think he deserves to start for England at the minute? Obviously, when during the next international break.
I like Tomori and Mings.
Mm.
Either or would deserve
Yeah,
it.
tomorrow. Yeah, I don't.
Did you see Tomori's tackle? We'll get on the Chelsea match after.
Yeah, he made it.
Tomori's tackle. Seen a thing on Twitter, a Chelsea fan was saying, if it was Van Dijk, everyone would be raving about it. And you know what? He's not wrong. It was a fantastic tackle.
He is a very good player.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
no, he is.
Sorry, we'll keep up. We'll carry on with City. On BBC Sport, it's been given to Silva the goal, which is a weird one.
Oh.
Because basically, what's happened, if you didn't see this one, the second goal, De Bruyne's crossed the ball in, and Silva's run across it and sort of jumped and tried to get a foot on it, and it has grazed his studs. And they were arguing it on Sky Sports, or was it BT Sport, whoever it was, were arguing it for 10-15 minutes of whether he touched it or not.
But then wasn't the whole thing about it, if he'd have touched it, Sterling was in an offside position,
the problem
blocking
was,
the keeper.
if Silva had touched it, Sterling would have been in an offside position. Because as De Bruyne struck the ball, Sterling was onside. But if Silva would have touched it, Sterling would have been offside and interfering with play because he was stood right in front of Tom Heaton. And
I'm surprised
that's
they
where
put that down. Then.
It's weird they didn't put it down as De Bruyne's. Because that's basically saying that even after VAR looked at it as well, VAR looked at it and said he didn't touch it, but now the goal's been given to Silva.
But then even
honestly,
it's got back to the discussion of clear and obvious. Even if he didn't touch it, is that clear and obvious?
If you didn't touch it.
If he did touch it, and Sterling was in an offside position,
yeah.
is it clear and obvious?
Yeah.
No.
Well, maybe that's why they let it stand. It wasn't clear and obvious.
Do you know what?
But then if it wasn't clear and obvious, how have they come back and looked at it after the game and gone, yeah, it's Silva's goal?
We'll never know with VAR.
And apparently, this is another thing. Apparently, Silva said to him, I touched it. He told the ref I touched it. And said, make sure you put it down as my goal. And De Bruyne said as well, I think he touched it. So,
I don't know. The thing is, I don't even think VAR is the issue. I think it's the officials officiating it and using it.
Yeah, the way they
awful.
use it's not right.
Do you know what, though? It winds me up, like... Because I've seen City fans on Twitter, and apparently Gundogan was really good, and it's just like, they've got so many fucking midfielders, man.
As if Gundogan's just sort of like a backup.
Like, he's like a world-class midfield player, and he don't even get he barely gets a game for City. And it's like, it's like if it isn't De Bruyne, if it isn't Silva, if it isn't Bernardo Silva, like, or fucking Fernandinho or Rodri, like, they've got about 6 midfielders there that are all like top level. And even Phil Foden can't even get a game, and he's meant to be like the, according to Guardiola, the best youngster he's ever seen, which I find very hard to believe considering he's coached Lionel Messi. But it's just, it makes no sense.
Gundogan as well had a really nice finish.
It was
sort
a
of
really
Di
good
Canio
goal.
style volley, just cushioned it into the far corner. A really nice finish.
Tanya, he's a quality player.
Yeah, and then Fernandinho. I think Jack Grealish could have been sent off in this game. He done a very similar foul to Fernandinho when he was on a booking and got away with it. But
are we moving on to Chelsea again?
Yeah, we'll go on to Chelsea.
Christian
Chelsea
Pulisic,
Jesus.
Hat-trick.
Oh, he's got his first goal in for Chelsea, didn't he?
I think he got his first 3.
And got 2 more.
Of course he does it for a week. I take him out of my fantasy team.
Why did you put him in?
I had him from the start of the season. Marquis said, and I was like, oh, Pulisic, it's going to be Chelsea's man this season. Then I just gave up hope and came back to bit me on the hole.
Perfect, actually, as well, left foot, right foot, and ahead.
Well, there was so much made about him when he signed, because I know Liverpool were massively interested. And I remember a lot of. I mean, I don't think I was gutted, but I was.
Would have liked him.
Yeah, I think he'd have been a very interesting signing for us, but he couldn't seem to get in the team for the first couple months of the season.
He lost his place at Dortmund before he came to Sancho.
So it's like, I mean, he's clearly got ability. I mean, like, isn't he captain of the American national team at the minute.
He probably is, just because he's their best player. That's the sort of thing they do.
Yeah,
But
very
to be
true.
fair, what I like to see as well, we talk about passion from footballers. You can see how much it meant to
Yeah,
him.
he wanted that goal.
Yeah.
I think that's just
It's nice to
American
see.
like passion though, innit? Like
Yeah.
standard American thing.
But he got subbed off for America the other day in the international break, and he was almost in tears.
Really?
Like, 'cause obviously his
Yeah.
season's gone to shit, and he's getting.
He's
subbed off
only
for the
young
national
as well,
team.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's 21.
Like I think people forget how young. I mean, he's just another one of them Chelsea youngsters, and he like so many of them.
Yeah,
Mason Mount put in another good shift.
He
I
always
really like
does.
him now.
yeah. They've just got such a good team, and
And it's not often Burnley concede 4.
no, I mean they got 2 back. Did you see Jay Rodriguez's goal?
Yes.
Absolute
Oh.
screamer.
I mean, this is completely unrelated, but you just kind of mentioned good goals there. Can we just touch on the Europa League last week? The standard of goals.
What rubbish?
No, how good some of the goals. Not sorry,
Yeah.
the Europa League, the Champions League last week.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my word!
Yeah, there was some screaming.
Did we see the one for Leipzig?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
There's two
word.
2 great goals in that game.
Chamberlain as well. What? Like,
Yeah.
it was
Did
a
a
good-
match report for it if you want to check it out.
There's Sport Live. But nah, like there was some ridiculous goals last week. But I don't know. I know it's unrelated, but fuck me. Sorry, I just thought I'd bring that up.
Do you know what? Another article I'm going to plug that I did for Red Devils Report is that Chelsea is sort of everything that Man United could be,
Yeah,
because they've got such like a good crop of youngsters coming through, and they're sort of playing free flowing attacking football with a club legend in charge. It's almost like they're taking the piss out of what United could be. But when I looked at it as I was writing the article, I sort of changed the angle a bit, because I think what it is Chelsea's youngsters are just sort of a couple of years ahead of United in their sort of cycle.
I'd honestly say as well it's to do with the fact that they've got some established like world class Premier League players in there as well.
But so have United though. De Gea,
Yeah.
Harry Maguire.
He's only just come in though. It's one of them though. I don't think there's
Like
enough
who
of them.
have Chelsea got really that's
I'll
better than
say-
United?
I mean,
Aspilicueta,
I mean, as Arrizabalaga, like
Arrizabalaga, De
Kepa.
Gea,
good.
pretty even.
Yo,
Zuma, that's
Zuma's
Zuma,
class.
Lindelof,
No, sorry,
pretty,
not Zuma.
pretty evenly matched. Tomori,
They've still got Rudiger to come back. To be fair,
yeah.
Alonso's a good Premier League left back. Jorginho,
Is Alonso that much better than Luke Shaw?
No.
I'd say he's better.
It's
I
not
don't
great
know.
though, is he? Alonso?
Kovacic, class. N'Golo Kante,
I think a lot of
class.
Chelsea fans would disagree with your statement.
What, Kovacic?
Well, no, Alonso.
Ah,
They're not very keen on him.
he's all. No, I'm saying he's all right, but I don't really rate Luke Shaw either.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah, but
what I
then
mean,
they've still
they're
got
both-
players like Willian. They've still got players like Pedro, like players that have won shit.
Yeah, but Willian, is he like better than Martial?
And then I'd also say I don't look at Olly and think he's that good of a coach.
No, that's what point I made. I think what Solskjaer's had is he's had a year with Cardiff and got them relegated, while Lampard's had a year with Derby,
And nearly got
nearly
promoted.
got them promoted, which is a complete difference.
Yeah.
And what I was saying about them being a bit further ahead, Abraham, he's had 2-3 loans,
Yeah.
and whereas someone like Mason Greenwood, he's only just got into the first team, or Rashford's maybe Rashford and Abraham. Rashford should be aiming to be more like Abraham. Maybe you could say that. Mason Mount compared to Angel Gomez. Angel Gomez has been United, not gone out on loan, while Mason Mount's gone to Derby and grown a lot there. Someone like Tomori's gone to Derby, grown a lot there. Twanzebe went to Aston Villa. That's the one I think is the real difference. That Lampard's got the balls to play Tomori, but Solskjaer won't play Twanzebe week. He won't drop Lindelof.
Do you look at it as well though? That I think
Twanzebe.
I think the way you got to look at it as well is, you look at how much pressure is on Solskjaer. He's obviously
Yeah.
because he's he's come in.
True.
He had to kind of get results pretty much straight away, trying to play his kind of style of football, and he's doing his best to integrate the youngsters. I don't think he's anywhere near the coach Lampard is. I mean, I think that's been proven over this short space of time, just because of what
Yeah.
Lampard's done so far.
I think the
But I
pressure
think-
is off, like you say, off
Yeah.
Lampard because of the transfer ban as well.
That's what I was going to say. I think the transfer ban's done him a world of good, because I think he's not had any signings to be judged on. It's a case of he's been given this crop of players, and he's obviously doing extremely well with them. But it's like when there's no expectation, I think it's a lot easier to succeed in it. So it's like I love it though. Honestly, I think I used to, being a Liverpool fan, I hate Chelsea, but I can't help but like them at the minute.
They're very likeable players as well.
Yeah.
These youngsters, like,
I just
enjoy
want
watching them.
United's youngsters to, if they're not going to play, just get them out on loan, give them a year, and they'll be like these Chelsea youngsters are in a couple of years' time. But then people like Tanzibi, if he's been out on loan, he's ready for that first team at United, and he just needs to play week in, week out. Like Tomori. Because Tomori wasn't...
Who does he come in for, though?
Lindelof.
Do you think he's better than Lindelof?
Well, Lindelof's made a couple of mistakes. He's made a mistake against Hughes that should have been punished for a goal, really. And I think Tomori wasn't perfect when he come in when he's right at the start of the season. But you just got to be patient with these youngsters, and he's been rewarded for it. And he made that absolute worldie of a tackle.
I think United should stick Brandon Williams in as well.
Yeah, no, that's
Is he the left back?
Yeah,
because Reece James came on for Alonso in this game against Burnley, and he's going to end up starting soon.
Yeah. I honestly think that they need another right back.
But again, Reece James, he's a couple of years older than Brandon Williams, and he's been out on loan. So we'll see in a couple of years'
It's
time.
weird because I think they got a lot of stick, didn't they, about the way the loan system was working at Chelsea. But do you know what? It's paying dividends now.
It is.
It really is.
Anyway, we'll move on to who's the next game we wanted to talk about. Have you got anyone else written down, Ryan, that you specifically wanted to... Sorry, Jake.
And I've not got anyone at the minute.
West Ham, Sheffield United. Sheffield United were all over them in that game, by the way. Again, Sheffield United
so good,
being better than one of the established Premier League teams.
So good.
Watford match as well. They still can't win. Bournemouth at home. What a chance for them to get 3 points.
Still not a bad side though, are they, Bournemouth?
Bournemouth are a good, they're a decent Premier League side.
Yeah. But you'll be looking at that and thinking Watford will be disappointed to come away with just a point.
Would you though?
At the start of that point, manager would definitely like, here's a chance for 3 points.
I think they're getting there though. I think they will get a win eventually. They look better than they did.
Are they still not won
yet?
No.
Wow.
But they are. I think they are looking better.
I mean, I look at them. It's like I feel like certain teams. Obviously, the way they're playing, I don't think they can expect to beat anyone. The way they're playing, and
not expect, but I'm pretty sure Kike Flores manager, he would have looked at that match.
I mean, it's winnable. I think it's winnable, but I don't think
good chance to get 3 points. Let's see. I'm just going to take a quick look at their upcoming fixtures because we need to get a win as soon as possible. Chelsea next
at home. Away at Norwich, that's the one they'll have to win.
Burnley at home as well, coming up, winnable games.
Southampton away, that's a big 3 games from.
If you actually, Christmas period isn't the worst for them.
Where do you guys see Sheffield United finishing?
I'd say they could finish top 10, mid-table.
I feel that's the sort of one they might drop away towards the end.
Yeah.
But I could still see an 11th or a 12th for them. They're way too good to go down at the moment.
I think, to be honest,
they're on the same amount of points as United.
It's only really Norwich that are looking to that seem to be struggling out the 3 teams that came up, which is weird considering how good they were, how good they looked when they first came up.
As good as Sheffield United have been, they're only 5 points ahead of relegation, so they could easily fall behind.
They could do.
It's only 2 bad games.
Could do.
3 bad games.
Yeah, but
I do back them. I think we'll stay up.
I mean, you look at how much United have gone up over the past week.
Yeah.
Weren't you pretty much out the relegation zone?
Yeah, there was talk of if results went against us, we could have been in relegation zone. But
it's so at the bottom, it's so close.
We're chasing the big boys, Crystal Palace now. Yeah,
fighting for Europa League.
Was that all the games that we've briefly covered?
Wolves and Newcastle 1-1 on Sunday.
Sean Longstaff got sent off, didn't he?
Yeah, but here learning curve for him.
Yeah, it was one of them. No one even you seen one of the Wolves players patted him on the
edge. Connor Cody.
Yeah, it was one of them. You do feel a bit sorry for me. It was an honest tackle.
It is a learning curve. Longstaff had no complaints himself.
Yeah, he knew what he'd done. The ball was just bouncing. He's just got in a bit too high, and it is a red card.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Steve Bruce won't be too hard on him.
No, but can't be.
Matty Longstaff played again. Good to see him.
It's great to see them 2 brothers playing in midfield. That's class.
Looks a good little player.
Good point for Newcastle, really. Lascelles.
They might be disappointed because it was a goalkeeping mistake, which seen Wolves equalising. Newcastle could have held on for a point.
Against a team like Wolves, I suppose at home Newcastle could maybe expect to win in that. I know, and then West Ham game. Do you know, it looks like a good player that never really got going at West Ham because of a bad injury he got, was Yarmolenko.
Yeah. No, he does look very good.
He looks like a properly decent player. You forget that he was a good player for Borussia Dortmund before he came to West Ham. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows his way about
Well, I
the
mean,
park.
he was touted for ages, wasn't he, when he was in Ukraine as like, being something special. He is a good player.
Yeah.
And you know, with Sheffield United, there's always one player who stuck out for me. I never even thought of never even knew he was at Sheffield United, but John Flack.
He's a great player, isn't he?
Against Liverpool, he was tremendous. And again, at weekend, he caught me eye.
Tell you, it's that Olly Norwood in midfield's class as well.
Yeah. Northern Irish boys.
Yeah.
He's a very good player. I like him.
And the thing with Norwood is I've always wanted to see him get a chance in the Premier League, because in the past 3 seasons he was at Fulham, Brighton and then now Sheffield United all got promoted. 3 promotions, but yet he always got sent back down to the Championship and came back up
He's
again.
a very good player.
So it's nice to see Sheffield United actually take a punt on him in the Premier League.
Is it just,
as you say, good player.
I think it's worth mentioning as well, just obviously, I mean, mentioning how some of the Premier League clubs have got Carabao Cup action.
Yeah, do you want to move on to that first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get all the footy stuff out of the way, then we can talk about the stories afterwards.
Well, do you want to go first for the Liverpool game? That's probably the biggest game in the...
I don't see us playing a strong team.
Yeah.
I really don't. I mean,
Harvey
as much as
Arsenal at home.
I really hope some of the youngsters will play. I want to see Bruce there.
Did you see him in the first
He
round?
was so good. I want to see Elliott. I want to see Bruce there.
Yeah.
Definitely. I want to see. Maybe that's Sepp van der Berg. Maybe.
I want to
like
see
Curtis Jones. I want to see Keita.
I want to see Keita just have his against Arsenal.
Do you think Klopp will play a young squad?
I think he
Arsenal?
will. I mean, what
really?
I don't see him going gung ho for the Carabao Cup. As
And
much as
the
it'd be
thing
good
is,
to win a trophy.
You also have to look at the thing, our front 11 need a rest.
Yeah, like, this is the
a
game
chance
to
for
rest them.
them,
I think if at most maybe one of them will play.
I don't know. I just feel like Klopp's that sort of manager. He's just going to play he's not going to play his strongest team. He'll start like Origi, but I can see him.
I could see Origi starting.
Yeah, I think one of our front 3 might start.
Yeah,
because I feel like Salah's not going to play because
Yeah,
he came off against Tottenham.
Yeah,
but then Keita and Lallana in midfield.
I think he'll start. He's got to start some of the youngsters in there.
Chamberlain's got to start though.
Chamberlain will start.
I think he should probably do Lallana at CDM again.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Has he done that?
Yeah.
First round.
Yeah. He plays. Do you know what? He's good against teams that don't actually attack you, because he's good on the ball. But I mean, to be fair, Joe, who I do want to see. Have you seen that? I think he played a lot in pre-season. That Larouci.
Yeah, for left back.
He's
tapped to start. He's tapped to make an appearance.
Oh, him and that Adam Lewis as well in midfield. Because he's that Adam Lewis. He's like a left back and a midfielder as well.
What
two
about
really good
goalkeeper?
players.
I think stick Adrian in. He's done well, so give him another chance.
Give that cue.
I'm Irish. Can't even say
How
his
can
name.
you? I was going to say I'm relying on you to be able to pronounce it. I know it's Kale. I don't know.
Keeman Callagher. I can't even do it.
Oh, is he Irish?
Yeah. I mean, with a name like that, yeah.
Look
Got all sorts of syllables in it.
We'll show all
Yeah, I think Arsenal play a strong team though, because Emery won't want to continue the sort of rot that's going on at the moment.
Do you remember years ago when we were growing up, League Cup classic, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 6?
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I
Julio
remember,
Baptista.
I remember that game. I was genuinely so upset. I think
It
it was the first time I'd seen us ever get battered, and it hurt me.
It does throw up some good games occasionally, does the Carabao Cup. Like, there's just... You'll be so bored of it, and suddenly there'll be a...
Arsenal 7,
Arsenal
5.
7-5 Reading, that's literally the one I was going to say.
Well, do you know what? You said that's the biggest game of the... I mean, how do you see it going? Right.
Penalties.
Reckon?
Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to see Liverpool lose either game, but if we were to get knocked out,
I genuinely feel like we might end up losing it just because we'll play youngsters and Arsenal go strong.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you say that's the biggest game of the round, though, Al, but I mean, you have got Chelsea.
Yeah, that might be a really good match to watch.
How are you
for,
feeling about it?
Young players. I want to see the youngsters start again, but the way he's sort of set up in the Europa League, he plays a couple. Like, I feel like Brandon Williams deserves a start.
I think Greenwood will start.
Angel Gomez has stopped getting in the squad. Chung stopped getting in the squad for the Europa League. So I don't know whether he's saving them for the EFL Cup now because they've not really performed in the Europa League. So
the way I look at it, though, I mean, I feel like Chelsea might go strong in that game. You know?
yeah,
only
Here's a
because
question.
it's like I look at the way Lampard is looking at this season. I think top 4 in a trophy would be, amazing for him.
yeah.
Here's a question for you,
yeah,
anyway. With games tonight, would you rather see a full-strength side from Liverpool and United and you go like maybe
Is that,
win 2
what, tonight?
tonight or tomorrow night.
Are we playing tonight?
Oh, Liverpool play Wednesday night. I'm not sure about United.
Oh, so confused then.
Yeah, we both play tomorrow night.
Wednesday.
Sorry, but yeah, say Liverpool played fair full time. United played fair, and it was like routine 2-0 victory.
Yeah.
Would you rather it or maybe lose 3-2, but you get see some of the youngsters like say Greenwood grabs a goal, Williams grabs a goal, and for Liverpool, Harvey Elliott grabs a goal, Brewster.
I'd rather
grabs a
see
goal.
the second.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think I'd rather
value
see the
that.
second.
I don't look at that competition as being like
I think
what we're looking at.
I think I'd rather see the second because it'd give them a bit of confidence boost, and then they should deserve to start in the Europa League, and they can carry that confidence. To
But
the
does
Europa
it
League,
mean
and we'll
more?
play 'em in
Does
there.
Greenwood getting the goal mean more for win?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather win the Europa League than the EFL Cup.
Right, you look at it. Where else are they getting game time for us?
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like, I mean, the FA Cup, yeah, but when's the first round of that? It's not till January, is it?
Yeah, first
Yeah,
weekend of January.
that's a long time away. And then they're not going to play
Yeah,
Premier
like I
League
said,
games.
I don't
and they're
want
not
to see
gonna
us
play
lose
Champions League.
any game, but
I mean, I
not
could,
lose sleep
yeah,
over
I could
getting
cope
knocked
with
out
it.
of a cup, like.
But even then, though, I feel like as much as Arsenal don't worry me that much.
You know, even I see Gank at home. I don't know, but I'd love to see one of them come off the bench.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, possibly.
get a bit of Champions League experience in them.
The only other big game, sorry, I feel like we should move on 'cause
yeah.
we're running out of time a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean, Villa are playing Wolves, but
Villa Wolves, that'll be a bit
Midlands
of a
derby.
Midlands derby, yeah. That might be
That'd be
one.
tasty, that.
Yeah, that could be a tasty one to watch.
Any smaller team, Crawley and Colchester, one of them's going to be in the quarterfinals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
Yeah.
They are
Oxford
for
Sunderland, that's the League One team. Could be in there as well.
Imagine a quarterfinal between Crawley Town and Oxford United. One of them's
Where-
getting to the semis.
Where's that? Oh, yeah, God.
Everton need to win that really against Watford,
I'd be very surprised if they don't.
and I'd be very scared if I was a Southampton.
But right, see whenever you're
Oh my God.
see whenever you
This-
are Everton right now. If you progress tonight, quarterfinals, you have to go for it.
I'm not being funny though. Ollie just said it then. If you're a Southampton fan, like, would you even want to go? Like,
Away at Man City.
you've just conceded 9 at home to Leicester, and you're going to the team that is routinely putting like 6 past teams. Like, I would actually. It wouldn't shock me if there was double figures. You know
And you know what makes it even worse?
what?
Exact same fixture this weekend in the league.
Yeah.
Like, I would I'd be fearful for Southampton.
Well, do you know what? Ralph Hasenhüttl will be the one laughing when they come away with a 1-0 win thanks to a Danny Ings goal. Anyway, we'll have a quick look at the sports news this week.
I mean,
there's a
there
couple of
was-
things come out.
I feel like we want to touch on the racism first because I think we've got something a bit more light-hearted to end on. So
It's not even that. It's not great, is it? Bulgaria have been able to play 2 matches behind closed doors,
it's not good enough.
and one of them is suspended for 2 years.
It's not good enough.
It's just
Same old.
same old, yeah. A match behind closed doors, and people will still end up getting in because they always do. About 10,000 will still turn up, won't they?
It's just not.
And they've been fined £65,000.
65. That's nothing.
It's
Pocket
just a
change.
joke.
Like, it is like, what is the point? You might as well. You might as well not find them. It's such a, like, in that kind of scenario, it's such like a small amount of money.
And they've been done for it before, so it's like a repeated offence, and they just play a game behind closed doors, and then that's all right.
It honestly is though. It's like they don't have the bollocks to properly
No.
clamp down on it. I mean, they say they want to clamp down on it, but it's kind of like, well, I think there is going to be a point where they are properly going to clamp down. Like, you know, they're going to give a really big kind of punishment
When?
for it. God knows when, but I think it's going to happen, and that'll be the turning point. But it's getting to that point now. I think too many people are getting upset and angry over it. And it's become so much of an issue now. Like, it's got to get kind of nipped in the bud sooner rather than later.
And England have been fined £4,300 for their fans booing the Bulgarian national anthem.
Oh wow!
Again, it's not right, but
Is
that fine worth more?
It's just rubbish, isn't it? There's nothing more you can say about it. It's just not.
There's
good
just
enough
no
punishment.
place for it. It's so pathetic.
There's another story I seen break this morning. Like this is disgusting as well. Like, see if it's still up.
What was it to do with?
It's not in Sky Sports no more, but basically, here it is. Yeah, Brighton's bomb Gates and Bong. A teenager racially abused him and classed it as banter.
Wow.
Yeah.
You get away with it.
Wait,
Not
so what
sure
was the
if it
actual
got it.
story then?
The teenager and his dad was caught giving abuse to Bong during a match. Went to court, and the teenager just said it was banter. For his reasoning behind it. Like, it's not banter.
What, has it been dismissed?
Dismissed the word as banter. It doesn't say whether he was charged.
Yeah, if that was a teenager excuse. His reasoning behind it.
It's, I swear to God, we talked about. It's annoying the fact that it seems to be the same issues. Yeah, VAR's the one issue, and then racism's the other issue, and it's like two things. But I mean,
We want to talk about happy stuff.
Innit?
exactly.
And
Like, why is there so much depressing stuff?
One of the funnier things that's happened with VAR,
Oh,
a
is
lot of
this
things,
the,
and because we're not fans of the German second division, we can laugh at it even more.
Yeah.
A substitute warming up in the Bochum against Holstein Kiel.
Why?
One of the Holstein Kiel midfielders is warming up behind the goal.
It was in the German second division, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the Bochum
Great standard
guys
of football.
had a shot, and the substitute sort of stuck his toe onto the pitch as the ball's going over the goal line. The sort of, what do you call that? Not the goal line.
byline.
The byline, yeah. He stuck his foot out just before it goes off to stop the ball. No one even appeals because it was going off anyway. The shot's gone wide. And the ref's gone to VAR, looked at the TV screen at the edge of the pitch and given a penalty to Bochum.
Here's the thing, though. Do you think for Bochum should have scored the penalty? Or in a kind of
I'm
like
just
fair
gonna-
play, pass the ball back?
I mean,
Because it is the rules, but it's just such like a job's
what
worth
a
thing
job!
to do.
Yeah, literally took words out of my mouth. What a job's worth! Like, no, the fact that no one's complaining
Yeah.
about it. Like, it'd be different if he's kept the ball in
Yeah.
when it's about to. Yeah, when it's about to go
Have
out.
you seen the video of the? There's a physio in some game. It's probably some.
I've seen a camera reporter.
Yeah,
Kick
as
it
his
off the
physio heads the ball off the line. Like,
Yeah,
fair enough,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Like,
but
yeah, but it's like all he's done is he's stopped it before it goes too far because it was going out anyway. It's
Yeah.
like how
Harsh.
how pathetic is that? But I mean, at the same time, it's absolutely
It is.
hilarious.
Personally, I don't think Bochum should have scored
no,
the
I
penalty.
think
Why not?
It's fair play, man.
It's fair play. But technically though, has he not broke the rules?
he has.
He has broke the rules, and at the end of the day, I feel like say for example, Liverpool got given a penalty in like a crunch game.
Well,
Through-
you say that, but
through
Joel
Madsen-
Matip kicked the ball out of play for Daniel James in a Liverpool versus United game.
What?
When Dan James went down
Yeah.
in the game, United fans were booing for Liverpool fans to kick the ball out of play. If he didn't, if he played on, United won the ball back, tried attacking, lost the ball, but if they didn't kick it out, once it came back to Liverpool, fans started booing again, and then Matip kicked it out. A lot of Liverpool fans were fuming with it. I was as well.
All I'm saying is, if say for example, similar scenario happens, we're in like a crunch game against, we're 1-1.
It's not a crunch game.
No, I'm saying no, but they're 1-1. Like, we're 1-1 with a team. A penalty gets given exactly like that in like the 88th minute. Are you seriously saying you wouldn't?
Was it the 88th minute?
No, but I'm saying it.
Say it was.
Say for example, I'm saying scenario wise, if it was like the 88th minute, we're 1-1 with like Burnley or something like that, and Mohamed Salah has the chance to win the game.
I
for
still
Liverpool.
think you'd be dicks to score it.
But you got to be. I'm
Leeds,
sorry.
I think Leeds and Aston Villa
Yeah,
in the
that's
Champions
literally-
League Championship.
Yeah, but I feel like at football at that level, like
You can't just say just because it's the champion. That's probably one of the biggest games outside of the Premier
This
League.
is championship level.
No, but I'm saying
That
football.
said
No, but I'm
playoff
saying once you get to,
semi-final.
I'm saying once you get this, that's all right saying that. Like when you're down the park having a kickabout kind of thing, and it's like.
Championship playoffs, not down the park.
No, but I'm saying I feel like what I'm saying is you missed the point. I'm saying I feel like at like a professional level where like it actually means something. Like you like your livelihood's on the line. You've got so many people like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At Leeds, they put their promotion hopes on the line by letting Villa score after they scored when the player was down.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like that's just brave. Like,
I just think
It is.
it's the spirit of the game. It's fair play.
yeah, but I feel like with that, he has broke the rules.
Yeah, but so.
Like that, like
But the Leeds hadn't broke the rules when they scored, but they still scored an own goal or let Villa score to get him
that's
back
slightly
in the game.
different though, because that's like an agreed that a scenario like that has never happened.
I don't know. I'd feel very guilty if my team had scored.
And it's
Oh.
in fact, look at the player's celebration. If you're celebrating as if he just scores a normal goal, up to the fans, I'm like, mate, come on.
He's
But no,
obviously
the
a striker, he wants to
Leeds
go,
one
doesn't
last
he?
year though was to do with the fact that he's went down, and the normal thing is when the player gets injured, like That one was more to the fact that the way they scored it, he looked like he was going to kick it out, and then he went and scored. Like, that was just shit
I don't know.
arsery.
You talk about whatever it was Salah for Liverpool. I think it was the other way about, and Liverpool had conceded that.
Yeah, you'd be fuming, but it's one of them. It's like,
fuming.
if it's your team, you got to be ruthless, innit?
I don't know. I think you'd be sitting here talking about fair play and everything.
Yeah, you probably would do,
Like-
but then at the same time, if it was Liverpool, would you or would you not be absolutely buzzing because you just won?
Yeah, but I'm a prick, so.
Exactly. But football fans are pricks, right? That's what you got to remember.
Yeah, but these aren't football fans. These are players.
But
if I was
who are
playing,
they?
I don't know if I'd do it because. I don't know.
I mean, like you said, right?
it's
you
up for debate.
Right, like you said at the start of the podcast, you don't play football, so
Yeah. I knee injury and you've stopped me. But anyway, we'll put it in the comment section. We'll put
Yeah.
a Twitter poll up.
Yeah.
would you have? So okay,
Yeah. Well, we'll ask the question to the public.
Yeah,
Like I
we'll,
said,
we'll send the link
yeah.
to the video so you can watch it for
Yeah.
yourself, and then we will put.
Like I said, I think it's
question.
pathetic that a penalty got given, but at the same time, you get presented with an opportunity to score in a
All
professional
right,
game.
we'll ask the public.
Got to score.
Anyway, predictions.
Predictions to finish off.
Go on then. So how did we get on last week?
Last week, Olly got 2 correct results. Jake got 3 correct results.
Hey, you got a perfect one, didn't you?
I got 2 correct results and 1 perfect score.
Oh.
So whenever we calculate week 1 and week 2 together, me and Augie are tied at 7 points and Jake has 5 points.
Ooh.
So interesting.
What results did I get right?
You got the United to win and Leicester to win.
Oh, I was very close to the United.
What did I get?
And the Liverpool one.
What did I get?
1-1 for a long period of time.
Wait, so which one did I get? So
You're the middle there. You got Leicester, United and Liverpool all to win.
Oh, okay.
I got Newcastle and Wolves bang on 1-1 draw.
Okay. So what games are we predicting this week?
First
what
game of this week, Arsenal versus Wolves.
Um,
What will their reaction be?
I'll let you go first, though.
This is a hard one. This is on Super Sixes as well, so I want to try and get this one right. I need to have a real think about this one. Because obviously there's a lot of drama going on at Arsenal, but then Wolves haven't set the world alight. I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. I think they're going to bounce back, and with players like Aubameyang and Lacazette, I think they're going to have enough goals to get past Wolves. It's not going to be a convincing performance, but they're going to win.
I think 3-2 Arsenal. In a similar way to Augie, I think they will score goals, but that defence leaks goals, and Wolves are pretty deadly. So
Yeah, I'm also going for just about an Arsenal win. 2-1.
okay.
Yeah, next game, Brighton at home to Norwich.
Ooh.
That's a hard one.
A 6-pointer earlier in the season.
I'm gonna go 1-0 Brighton.
Not much in it. I'm going for 0-0 scoreless.
I just the way I look at it, Brighton
That is a bit of a
are.
normal
I think
game.
they're a better side, and I think they've just gotten more than Norwich at the minute, and they're at home as well.
What is Norwich's form? It's terrible at the moment. It needs a turn.
I just look at them now. I think that it'd be different if Norwich were at home, but I think with Brighton being at home,
Do you know, I think this is one of them weird games that might be a result you're not expecting.
what, like a 5?
No, I think
3.
it's going to be 1-0 Norwich.
Reckon.
Norwich have lost 4 for the last 5.
I'm going to say this is the game Norwich have a little turnaround and win 1-0.
No.
Yeah, my head's going, boys. My head's going.
Come on.
Oh, this one will be an interesting one.
What is it?
City versus Southampton. I'm going for 5-1 City. I just don't see. I know they want a reaction and all, but away to City is not. See, if he lost 9-0 here, fair enough.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to go 4-2. I think with 11 men, Southampton have got a goal in them. And City haven't looked great at the back this season, but obviously they're going to be too strong for him.
who remembers I don't know. I was just thinking of this on the spot there. Who remembers? Who was it? Townsend. Yeah, Townsend's volley against City last year for Palace.
Wow. Yeah.
Goal
Oh,
of the
yeah.
season.
That was a phenomenal goal.
Did it win
Did-
goal in the season in the end?
I fucking should have done.
No, because I feel like it might not have done. You know.
It's probably some Salah
Yeah.
goal, some Salah tapping that bums in.
Well, what are you
Someone's a
saying?
little bit put out there.
City versus Southampton.
I honestly think because they've got him on Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Is it tonight or Wednesday?
City played tonight.
Yeah, and so it's the same fixture twice in a row, innit? I feel like it might be I think 3-0 City. Because I feel like by that point, I think it's going to be... They've got to go into damage limitation mode. Like, especially if this game, the first game goes really badly tits up. I feel like you can't get beat double figures on, like, aggregate within a week by the same team. Like,
in a weird way, I think this match is actually perfect for Southampton. Because Hasenhüttl will go in a very weird way. It's whatever way you look at it, but Hasenhüttl will go into his players, rightfully so.
yeah.
What a chance for Southampton players to prove themselves.
Yeah.
City away.
Yeah.
What a chance for one of them to become a hero.
I mean, I think the first game, you're right, but I feel like 2 games back-to-back against the champions, it's like...
Yeah, the thing is, if they get beaten 4-0 tonight, their heads are already going to be down.
Yeah. I just
before
think...
kick-off on Saturday.
I feel like Saturday they're going to go into damage limitation mode. Really do. What's the next game?
Our next game is Watford at home to Chelsea.
Watford.
For Hornets.
I'm going to go 1-0. I think this is where Chelsea's winning run ends. Because I think Watford are just starting to bounce back.
4 wins on the bounce, Chelsea at the moment.
I think 3-1 Chelsea.
Away at Vicarage Road.
Yep.
It's harder than you think.
It is, but I back Chelsea to score goals.
Yeah, I'm back on Chelsea to win 2-0, which means Watford will now go 11 games without a win. I just don't see Chelsea as...
I don't see them dropping points there.
What's the last one?
Our last featured game of this week, probably game of the week, Everton versus Spurs.
I think 2-2.
Big mid-table clash.
Oh, is that the same as yours?
Yeah,
Oh.
I also won for 2-2.
Yeah.
It's just a 2-2 fixture.
Yeah,
isn't
no,
it?
it really is.
It
really is.
Especially with Everton at home.
Yeah.
Like, 2-2.
Yeah.
I don't want to say 2-2 just because both of you said 2-2.
But then again, looking at it, I could see 2-1 either way.
Yeah, possibly.
You see goals.
Yeah, there's definitely goals in that game.
I'm going to go 2-0 Spurs. Just to stick with the theme of me thinking Everton are going to finish 17th.
Right, should we have a rogue goals score this week?
Oh, yeah.
I need to see what games I predicted, actually.
We need a rogue one, none of your Danny Ings.
I'm going to go with...
See, I was going to say Phil Foden, but I feel like he'll score on the first game.
Well, here's mine. I was speaking about it, I was on about Townsend, sorry. I'm going to go for Nathan Redmond to score against City.
Okay.
Big old Nathan Redmond.
I'm going to go with Doherty for Wolves against Arsenal.
I'm going to say...
Well, take your time, Jake. Plenty of time.
I did not know we were doing this segment, so...
You don't have to think about it too much. Just
Yeah.
what does your heart say? When you look at them games,
do you know what?
who can you see?
Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to back Granit Xhaka to come back and score a goal.
Oh,
There we go.
oh,
I
that's
like
a good
that.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I feel like he's got especially I think he's going to come back, score, and he's going to like put his hand up to his ears to the crowd.
Emirates.
He's
as
going
well.
to run to the fans,
Do the-
call
yeah.
out,
Do
slap it across the-
Literally,
Do the Adebayor.
full on, get his dick out, just start windmilling in front of the fans.
And on that note,
Have a bit of that.
Right, I think that wraps up.
That really does wrap it up.
That wraps up our third podcast. We'll be back on Monday next week.
with a fan reaction to Shaq again his car.
So the podcast will be out a day earlier next week. And
Obviously, we said we were having the trip.
We're away
Route 1 to Route 1 holiday
to Amsterdam.
to Amsterdam. So
And hopefully we'll be able to check out Ajax at home to Chelsea, maybe, and get amongst it in the crowd in the
Yeah.
pub.
give you a bit of insight to that. But
If you want to listen on iTunes, we're now on iTunes as Route 1 Football Podcast, or Apple Podcast, whatever you want to call it.
And
We're on
then-
SoundCloud. All the links will be in the description. Spotify. And follow our Twitter at _root_1.
and if you want to give the personal Twitters a follow as well,
Yeah, the
that'd be
Twitters are there.
great.
That would be nice. So thanks for listening, and we will see you all this time, or a day before this time.
Plug
next
Mercy
week.
Sport Live.
Mercy Sport Live. And thanks again for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.